In the time we will spend doing this interview here at the Bio Bus Center, sadly, 15 people around the world will die of TB, malaria, and diarrheal disease. And I bring that up because those are the areas of focus for Dr. Penny Heaton, who is the CEO of the Medical Research Institute within the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It is a subsidiary. So welcome to the Bio Bus Center, Dr. Heaton.
Thank you. Wonderful to be here.
Let's first start with your deep personal understanding of the problems I just mentioned.
Yes, well, it dates back to time in Kenya that I spent doing a surveillance study looking at diarrheal diseases in infants born to HIV-infected mothers. Now, I would often visit the hospital there before I would go to the field to do the research. And I saw so many vaccine-preventable diseases. It was heartbreaking. One episode in particular that I remember, I stood in the hospital room of a little 3-year-old baby, she was a 3-year-old infant. She was laying in the crib. She had Measles Pneumonitis. And in the 15 minutes that I stood there, her heart rate went from 90 to 60 to 40 to 20 and to 0. And her mother had tried so hard to get her vaccinated, had walked 12 miles when she was a year old to get her vaccinated. And unfortunately, when she got to the clinic, robbers had broken into the clinic and stolen the vaccine. So it's just a sad story. So to have the opportunity to prevent this unnecessary suffering is something I'm very passionate about.
So that leads us to your leading the team at this relatively new Medical Research Institute. Why did the Gates Foundation start this up?
Yeah, but although we've made amazing progress in some areas in global health, there just hasn't been enough progress made in 3 areas in particular. That's tuberculosis. There's still 1.7 million deaths every year from TB. Malaria, nearly 500,000 deaths every year from malaria. And the same with enteric and diarrheal diseases. So we started to think, well, how can we kind of change the paradigm and really address these diseases in an urgent way?
But why not government? Why not the life sciences sector, biotechnology, to be more specific? Why does a foundation like the Gates Foundation and the Medical Research Institute really need to step up and play a role in this as well?
Well, I think we can play a catalyst and really shine a light on the need. It will take the collective genius of all of us to solve these problems. We will collaborate with the private sector in applying the latest cutting-edge technologies and tools to these disease areas. We will collaborate with governments on co-funding for large phase 3 trials, but we really feel that urgency and that need to ourselves be the catalyst to make sure that these diseases aren't forgotten.
But how frustrated are you, given your mission, with the continued rumor mongering, misinformation, misunderstanding, lack of knowledge about the importance and the effectiveness of vaccines in general?
You know, vaccines are their own worst enemy. They're one of the most important public health advances in the last 100 years. I mean, it ranks right up there with safe water, with antibiotics. But unfortunately, because people don't see the risk anymore, they don't see the diseases like I saw in Kenya. They don't see polio. They don't see kids die of tetanus. They don't see kids die of measles. And so they've tended to focus on the adverse events or risks, some of which are not even real. There's no data to back it up. So, you know, the question I ask is, are our kids here in the U.S. going to have to suffer in order for us to realize the benefit of vaccines again? I certainly hope not.
Hopefully not. Thank you so much, Dr. Penny Heaton with the Medical Research Institute at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, for joining us here at the Bio Bus Center.
And thank you. It's been such a pleasure.